What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nick LeBeau, and this is the bonus video you've all been waiting for. It is my official 2020 playoff bracket predictions using the playoffpredictor.com, and let's get right into it. So for Wildcard Weekend, the first game we have is Baltimore, the number 5 seed, at the number 4 seed Tennessee, a rematch from last year. I'm going to go with Tennessee in this one. I think they're going to stick to the same strategies that won them the game last year. And, yeah, I think Derrick Henry is going to have a night. Tennessee. Next up is the number 6 Cleveland Browns at number 3 Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys know, today Kevin Stefanski and a couple other guys on the Browns organization were tested positive for COVID, so I hope they get better soon. But in this game, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think Cleveland barely beat Cleveland is mainly healthy roster, barely beat Pittsburgh, who was playing their practice squad guys and all their backups. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in this one, as much as it pains me. The next one is the number 7 Indianapolis Colts at number 2 Buffalo Bills. This is pretty easy. If the Colts had like Andrew Luck or a better quarterback than Phillip Rivers, I might lean towards an upset here, but I'm still going to go with the Buffalo Bills, home teams dominating for the AFC in this first round of the playoffs. All right, next up we are moving on to the NFC side of things. The number 5 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the number 4 seed Washington football team. While Washington has a phenomenal defense, I think there's a small chance they win this game, and that's if they hold Tampa Bay to under around like 17 points. I don't think they're going to do that. I think Tom Brady is going to come out with the win in this Wildcard Weekend. Tampa Bay in this one. The next up is the number 6 LA Rams at number 3 Seattle Seahawks. In this game, I have the number 3 Seattle Seahawks prevailing at home, my team, to take the dub over the Rams. Jared Goff is not healthy. Seattle is pretty much healthy. Jamal Adams, just a minor shoulder injury from what I'm hearing. Same goes with Rashad Penny, who just had cramps. And I'm not sure about Jaron Reed, but from what I've been hearing, he's fine. Next up is the number 7 Chicago Bears at number 2 New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints. This is pretty much easy. If the Bears had a semi-better offense and a more consistent and reliable quarterback, I may lean to take them because of how good their defense is. But in this one, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints. Now moving on to the divisional weekend on the AFC side, we have the number 3 Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the number 2 Buffalo Bills. This one's going to be tough. I think Pittsburgh's going to play really hard, but I have Buffalo coming out with the win. Buffalo will prevail. They will move to the conference championship. Next up is a rematch from last year, the number 4 Tennessee Titans at number 1 Kansas City Chiefs. This is a semi-rematch from last year in the conference championship. I'm going to go with the Chiefs because they're just a way better team. And yeah, next up is the number 3 Seattle Seahawks at number 2 New Orleans Saints. This one's going to be really hard. I know I'm a Seahawks fan. Hold on a second. We're getting breaking news. Sorry about this. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so, yeah, we're getting breaking news coming in. I'm getting a bunch of Twitter notifications. Right tackle Brandon Shell has been activated for the Seattle Seahawks off the COVID list. That is a big deal, he's going to be a key role for this playoff game. Glad to see he is better. No word on Demarius Randall, but I assume the same will happen to him in the near future. I'm going to go... I think this is going to be a tough game for Seattle, but I do think they're going to prevail. I think unless the Saints have Alvin Kamara, is this going to be a super close game? I think the Saints will give it all they got. I think Seattle will too, and I think Russell Wilson and the defense will really keep us in this game. And I have Seattle winning by a Jason Myers field goal. Next up is the number 5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 1 Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go with the Packers in this one. The Packers are just a way better team than the Bucs. The Bucs beat them earlier in the year, but I think Green Bay will get their revenge and win the game. Next up is the number 2 Buffalo Bills at number 1 Kansas City Chiefs. This one I think is going to be a very tough game, very down to the wire. I think this is even going to go into overtime. Just be one of the greatest AFC Championship games in the history of AFC Championship games. However, I do think the Chiefs will prevail at home and come out on top to back to the Super Bowl. And then this one is the one we've all been waiting for. This is going to be almost as exciting as 2014, except I don't have Seattle having a big deficit to start the fourth quarter. However, I think Seattle is going to pound the rock with 4 guys: Chris Carson, Carlos Hyde, Alex Collins, and Rashad Penny. And I think the weak Packers run defense, even though they have Damian Harrison, is going to hurt from that. Seattle will control the run game. They will control the clock. And even though Green Bay has a high-powered offense, Seattle controlling the clock and controlling the run will give them an edge in this game. And I think the defense will play great. Jamal Adams will get to Aaron Rodgers. He will rush from that left side, beat up David Bakhtiari's backup. And Aaron Rodgers will feel the pain of the turf. And I have Seattle winning the game. You could call me an optimist. You could call me a fan. I'm clearly a fan. But I do think that we could very well win. And then here comes the Super Bowl. Kansas City at Seattle. If you remember last year's Super Bowl, the 49ers were up, and they didn't have as good of an offense as Seattle does this year. Obviously, Kansas City's gotten better too, but their defense has kind of been not very super good. Man, this is going to be tough. I think Seattle will pull out the dub, and this is why. If you remember last game, the reason the 49ers lost was they stopped running the ball. What does Seattle do best, and what does Seattle do? Always run the ball. I think that's going to happen. I think Jamal Adams will beat up on Patrick Mahomes too. I think they'll have some splendid, awesome, phenomenal plays on offense. I think this is really going to go down to the wire, be almost as entertaining as Super Bowl 51. However, I don't have us coming back from a deficit to win. But I do have Seattle winning the Super Bowl. And yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, go down below into the description, click the link to my Instagram. Give that a follow if you want daily Seahawks content that you don't get on this channel. Go down in the comments if YouTube keeps them on. Disclaimer, I never turn off the comments, but YouTube sometimes turns on the comments. Usually after the first 10 to 15 minutes of the video being up, the comments will be on. So if you do love to comment, I'm always in there for the first 15 minutes until YouTube shuts them off. Ring the notification bell and comment below what you would change and who you have going to the Super Bowl. Alright guys, peace out. Go Hawks.